Hey everyone, I hope you're well. Welcome to a new video by me, Beyond Dasher. Okay, I am doing another moon video. This is a full moon in Cancer, which is happening on the 27th of December 2023. This is the last full moon of the year before we wrap up. Then we get together with 2024. So this full moon in Cancer is at 2 degrees. So if you're like very early born, like June, Cancer, if you are October, Scorpio, and if you're February, Pisces, this is going to affect you. It's going to affect you regardless, but if you're at that degree, it's going to be affecting you. It also will affect the cardinal signs, which is, of course, Cancer, Libra, Capricorn, and Aries. You're going to be heavily affected if you are very early degrees of Aries. So if you're March Aries, if you're September Libra, if you are December Capricorn, you're going to be greatly affected by this. Because this is Cancer's home sign, we're all going to feel it, of course, If you're like Cancer moon, you're going to feel this as well, because this is like sort of like your Cancer return. Another thing I was going to say, guys, is that really when you look at your house chart, like Placidus chart, which you can find on Cath Astrology, look at where Cancer is in your house chart. It could be in your second house, could be in your fifth house. That'll be activated too. I always find when I look at my house chart, it really does affect it. Also look at, where your cardinal placements are. So look where Libra is, look where Capricorn is, look, of course, Cancer, but look where Aries is in your house chart, because they will be heavily activated as well. So yeah, so this Cancer new moon is gonna be it actually is pretty nice, because it does trine Saturn in Pisces, which actually is really nice. It helps stabilize our emotions. It actually brings this psychic theme, should I say, for how we feel. Saturn being in Pisces this year has been a bit of a godsend to some, but not for everyone. But when it comes like this, the full moon, it's about releasing. And Cancer is a sign that is not very good at letting go of the past. Actually, the opposite to it is Capricorn. So it actually lives in the past. It feels in the past. Whereas Capricorn sort of, I would say, lives in the past. Another thing is that this country, London, is a Capricorn and Cancer country. Okay. America is a Cancer country. It's got stelliums in Cancer. It's also got stelliums in Gemini. But this country, London, England, has got the Capricorn sun. It's got Cancer moon. It's got Libra rising. But it's also got Cancer in the 10th house. So it will be heavily impacting this country and also the USA and America. So, of course, we're going to be feeling it. I feel that because it's about releasing, this is a time that we're going to be looking back on the past, like the past year, how it's been for us, what we need to try to let go of. With the Saturn in Pisces, it's not going to make us feel as volatile. Well, it might make some of us feel quite volatile, but still, because this is water sign. So on one hand, a lot of us can feel that we're sort of drowning within our emotions, feeling quite stuck, not knowing how to release, not knowing how to constantly thinking and living in the past, not knowing how to get out of it. Like things can seem quite murky. We could definitely, even though Saturn's in Cancer, Pisces, themes of addiction can come up, themes of depression can come up as well, And I feel that even though it trines it, it can still highlight it as well. So we do have to be very mindful of our emotions at this time, even though it's actually a lovely trine. But the other thing that is also helping this is that we can again stabilize our emotions. Like we can see, some of us can actually see through the future, see where our lives were, how it can be, what we can do to help, because Pisces is mutable. It always does tend to go with the flow. And with Saturn being there, yes, the mutability may be quite stuck, but still there can be things that can be quite free flowing. So it can actually help us in a way to move on. It can help us to see where we are, what we are holding on to, what we are unwilling to, could be sacrificing ourselves, but unwilling to, let go of. Another theme, another good thing about this new moon is that it does trine Jupiter in Taurus. And Jupiter in Taurus actually can stabilize our emotions. Again, because Jupiter is co-ruled by Pisces, it can feel quite futuristic. A lot of us can see in a way our future. Some of us may be very lucky that we could come into like money. This is like not just money, but like goodness can come to a lot of us as well. Again, it can stabilize us. It can keep us a bit grounded in how far we're willing to go. Of course, it's great to be wishing on a star. I would say whenever Jupiter is activated, whether it's in Pisces or whether it's in Sagittarius, it's great to be, even though it's not the strongest in Taurus, still good things can still come to us. And that's how I see it. Remember when this full moon happens, there will be this is after Christmas. This is going to be, after Boxing Day, should I say. So, whenever it's a full moon, especially in its home sign, we definitely can feel lethargic. We definitely can feel tired. We definitely can feel bloated. Obviously, the food that we're eating, we definitely can just feel like we just don't want to do anything. And that's fine. It's Christmas. Some of us may actually feel very motivated to do something about how we're feeling. Cancer also rules, real estate. It rules, it's the fourth house theme. It rules family. It rules the past. It rules self-care. So I feel that some of these things may come up. Some of us may be willing to forgive family members, that with the activation of Pisces and Saturn and Jupiter. It can help us to, getting together with family, because some of you may feel this before it happens. So getting together with family, there could be some forgiveness along the way. There could be some conversations, honest conversations, heartfelt conversations. Some of you may be gearing up to be moving, or you could be traveling to see family, spending time as well. There could be a lot of healing going on. I feel there can be lots of healing going on. There could be births, new births, bursts of ideas. Some of us can feel, yes, very over emotional, but some of us can feel very positive as well. So that's how I see this new moon. It is, like I said, it's a nice new moon. Obviously, we are coming up to the Mercury retrograde in Capricorn, and the sun will be in Capricorn when this does happen. So there's definitely going to be this push and pull. There may be this stagnation of not willing to change and not willing to, dig, we may have to dig deep in order for what we want to gain. But on the other hand, it's like emotions will speak truth as well. So when we come to the card for this new moon, it is number 2 card, which is the High Priestess, which actually is the Cancer card. So of course, I feel that there can be secrets that come out, but there could be things that we're going to be saying to people. It could be uncomfortable. It could be very emotional. Again, I do feel that there's going to be some secrets may be very shocking. Some of them may be just fine. But I feel there's definitely like a get-togetherness with this, and I feel that some of us may actually find and seek strength. Some of us may really come into our own, especially during like the holiday season too. And yeah, I feel that if you're one of those people that find it really hard or unwilling to get in tune with your emotions and how you want it to come out, this the high priestess is saying that, you're fine. Everything will be fine. Just take a chance on your emotions, take a chance on how you're feeling. When we come, I've got 3 oracle cards here for this Cancer new moon. And the first card message that we have for the collective is share your art with the world. These are like creative cards. But it's also a lot of this is definitely speaking from the heart. So it says the first thing is share your art with the world, and it's saying that it's time to like allow others to enjoy our creative work. So that could be a theme because of the Saturn in Pisces and the Jupiter in Taurus. This is a great time to be getting in tune with something creative. Cancer is also a very creative sign, but it does deal with different themes of creativity. So I feel that if we again, like I said, if it's quite hard for us to like get our bearings in during this new moon, full moon, it's really great to like express it in a way that someone can understand. So whether you're writing, whether you're painting or drawing, whether you want to be an actor, anything that's creative, anything that can help express, anything that can help make feelings flow will be good. The second card we have is new project. So it's talking about like a newborn baby. Our actions are growing our ideas into reality. So again, like I said, a lot of us will be wishing on a star. Be wishing for something different, wishing for something um because this year hasn't been the greatest for some of us. It's not been the easiest financially, health wise. You may want to start like 2024 on a high. So what better way to do it than now? So with Jupiter activated, it's like, okay, I manifest, or I believe, or I wish, or I'm grateful that my health is on point. I'm grateful that, I'm financially secure. I feel that doing gratitude or manifestation work will be so beautiful. And also, again, some of us, because the sun is in Capricorn, some of us will be very determined for 2024. So, some of you definitely could start a new project. Some of you could definitely start like a new way of being and thinking, or even trying to. So even though it's about new project, there is something growing within all of us. The last card we've got is Law of Attraction, and it's about trying to keep our thoughts positive, and surrounding ourselves with like people with high vibrations, and also just being aware of our aura, being around positive situations. And the more positive we are, we're going to be attracting positive things into our lives. I think sometimes we just forget to do that, guys. Even me myself, like, sometimes when you're stuck in a rut, you're waiting for something to happen and you think the worst is going to come. Cancer is a sign, like all the water signs, they tend to worry a lot. Cancers worry, and they end up, they can like reach for like, sweets, or they, comfort eating. Pisces, some of them when they worry, they could drink, or with Scorpio, they tend to obsess. But this, I would say, is that we have to truly try and raise our vibrations. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy to remember, but Christmas season, being around positive people, people that we see as family or even family, trying to read, putting like little, I don't know, little things on the wall, just to prove, not to prove, but to show that, okay, this is going to be happening, this will come. Prayer is also very powerful as well. The power of prayer, I think, especially with Saturn in Pisces, this will help as well, because I feel that a lot of us will be seeking to go back to church or looking into like the Bible more, which a lot of us are doing now. We're starting to see the truth from the Bible. But you know, anything that helps raise our vibrations through people, through prayer, through manifestations, you know. And like I said, I feel that a lot of this is going to come before, you know, but some of it may come after as well. So these are very lovely, powerful cards for this Cancer new moon, full moon. I keep saying new moon. But anyway, let's get to the cards, guys. Hello, Aries. Welcome to your full moon in Cancer reading. So this is going to be affecting all the Aries that are March born. Okay. So this is going to be activating your 12th house and your second house. Okay. So because it's a trine, it can actually be quite nice for a lot of you Aries. Okay, because you know Cancer rules your fourth house. So I can see a lot more Aries sort of like winding down, piping down, getting with family and friends. You know, everything I said in the beginning, I think this really does resonate with you. So try and listen to that again. But yeah, you know, winding down, you know, it's Christmas time, it's time for family, and you know, even though some of you may want to keep busy, may want to, you know, keep an eye on the books of your finances, and you know, but with the Saturn in your 12th, it's like, okay, you need to listen to yourself, listen to your body, listen to, you know, your family, spending time with family, sleeping, dreaming, relaxing as well. Some of you may be forced to relax because even though it's party season, party Christmas time, it can still bring up, some of us can get colds still, some of us can get the flu. So the time to really listen to your body and take care of what you're eating as well. But still, some of you may be busy, maybe like busy, but not too busy, or try not to be too busy. You know, the second house is about your finances. So some of you may want to, again, keep an eye on it, seeing how your finances are growing. You definitely could be very much in tune with like your emotional state. So if you are lucky enough to have a windfall during this time, you know, your intuition will play big time, you know. And again, some of you may want to invest in a new home, do some real estate, might be buying a new house, or even decorating your own house, like fixing up your house. You may be definitely investing in that. It's actually a good investment to invest in your own house, or investing in family, investing in home business. Okay. Um, so yeah, it's a very much a powerful time. Saturn also rules your 10th house. So this is to do with like your career. So there definitely could be like a career change happening for some of you. It could be with friends, could be with, I was thinking foes, but yeah, it could be. But yeah, there could be a lot of that, you know, you're probably planning for next year, 2024, where you're looking at how you are looking at your career, your finances as well. But your intuition will play big time now. The card that you have is Experience Rebirth, number 12 card. In the tarot, this is I always say the Neptune card because it is. It's the Hangman. So a lot of you could be feeling or thinking that you are like stuck, or, oh my God, how come this is not moving? This is not the time to be too crazy. This is not the time to be moving too much. You know, there's nothing wrong with being a bit busy, but you have to, this is a time of winding down. And yes, it's a time of planning. So this Experience Rebirth card is, some of you may come and have this eureka moment of like a spiritual enlightenment, a spiritual awakening. Saturn in your 12th is going to be bringing that. So, you know, I feel that next year you might be fresh minded because there's a lot that's happened, especially during this holiday time for you. Hello, Taurus. Welcome to your new full moon in Cancer. So, Taurus, this is a lovely one for you because you're going to benefit. This is in your third house, and you know the moon rules your third. So this is about how you're communicating. You also got activations with your 11th house as well, and with Jupiter being in your sign. So if you're like early degrees Taurus, double Venus, should I say, you're going to be heavily impacted by this. So yes, this gives you a big time. I feel a lot of Tauruses may feel very, very lucky under this full moon. Again, like I said, a lot of you could come into a windfall with like your dreams and blessings come true. I feel with the moon in your third, it's like whatever you're wishing for, whatever you're saying, it feels like it could happen. I know I could be saying, I actually feel very excited for you, Tauruses, because I know a lot of you guys are very grounded. You guys don't like to like rock the boat or push the boat. But I feel with this full moon is that it's that time, like, okay, this is how I would like the new year to begin. So I'm gonna probably write my wishes down. You could be saying it as well. Saturn in your 11th could actually, and ruling your ninth as well, could actually make you actually believe more. It could actually, I feel a lot of you will believe that you can achieve anything you like in general. Taurus, is you put your mind to anything, you can make it. But I feel that there's things that you didn't think you could do, and now you might be thinking, you know what, bomb this, I'm just gonna just write it and say it and see what happens. If you're very reluctant to like do a blog, if you're reluctant to, I don't know, start up a new podcast, if you were very reluctant to, I don't know, do something out of your own comfort zone, this is the time to be doing it. Okay. And you may see probably like in 2024 that a lot of like what your wishes and hopes were, it can actually, it will come true. Even if you're wishing for like more money, and I feel that this could happen, but it might be through business. It could be through lottery, but I think it might be through business, who your contacts are, who you're friends with as well. This is a great new moon to be wishing and writing and thinking, Taurus. Okay, the card you got is listen to your guardian angel. Your guardian angel is very is very powerful now. It's a very powerful time. This is this is actually a Pluto card, which is the judgment card. So you're coming to your, I feel a lot of you are coming into like your spiritual own. Okay. Don't be surprised, Taurus, under this full moon that you may see people you haven't seen in a while. So you could be thinking about someone or talking to someone about someone and you actually see them. They could actually help you. You just never know. But yeah, it's a very powerful time. Listen to your guardian angel. I feel it's also listening to your inner self. Listen to what is not being said. Listen to yourself, Taurus. And know that you can do anything, especially under Jupiter in your first house. This is going to be helping you big time, So just remember that, okay? Hello, Gemini. Welcome to your full moon in Cancer, where this is in your second house. And this is a time, you got the trine to your 10th in Pisces, Saturn in Pisces, and also you have the 12th house activated as well. Saturn also rules your 8th house. Okay, so this feels very much a time, a bit like all the other, some of the signs, that it's a time to wind down, especially, but I feel that a lot of you'll be thinking very hard on your future, your career, your social standing, your status. There could be lots of plots and plans going on. I feel that a lot of you may be looking back on your earnings of this year. I say this year because we're wrapping up this year, and Cancer, this is like a couple of days before a couple of days before we have a new year. And with Cancer, this full moon being in Cancer, it's a perfect time to be doing that. So I feel you'll be wrapping up like, since Saturn's been in Pisces, how has my career gone? Have I been earning enough? I feel you'll be looking at your earnings, looking at your self-worth, seeing if it's actually boosted you in any way. If you've made investments, have they worked or haven't they worked? Okay. You are also looking at, I feel that your intuition, because it's there, Gemini, is going to be heightened as well. So this full moon is asking you to listen to your feelings. Try not to think too much with the head, but listen to what the heart and the intuition is saying. Of course, yes, there can be you feeling quite fearful of the future, a bit paranoid that, you're not going to be climbing that corporate ladder or career ladder. You're not going to be earning enough. Some people might be earning more than you, but you're putting more of the work in. There could be that theme coming out. Could be mindful that it's not jealousy or you want to get revenge on anyone, but it just doesn't really work. Just try and think of something that, if you're not happy with your career, if you're not happy with anything, you're not happy with how much you're earning, anything like that, it's now time to, again, some of you could actually write down your goals, but listening to your intuition, listening to what your heart is saying is key. The card you got is relinquish control. And, some of you Gemini, even though you're mutable, you might be just, oh, it'll work out fine. I don't need to do anything. Some of you may be thinking, you know what, even though this is what I want, I'm going to have to see what happens. This is a time of, yes, there's nothing wrong with planning your future, but also we have to see, I feel that writing down your wishes and dreams and hopes is good, but we also have to see what happens as well. Some people, they make plans and it works out, but now we live in a world where we live in a very much an Aquarian world, and it's just not the same. So relinquish control is that, even though you make plans, just see what happens, because they may work out as well, or they may even be better. Okay. Hello, my Cancer. So Cancer, the star of the show. Happy moon return. This is in your first house. You got activations with your ninth house, which is of your belief systems, higher learning. With Saturn in Pisces, you also have your 11th house activated. So you got lovely houses activated with Jupiter being there. And of course, you're ruled by the moon. Saturn also rules your 7th house. Okay. So yes, big time for a lot of you Cancers. I feel a lot of you will look back on this new moon and see, oh, I'm surprised certain things worked out well for me, because I may have been very much in my feelings or emotions. Again, I've said to most of the signs before, wishing on a beautiful star is going to be very helpful. Even when I'm talking to you Cancers, I'm looking at my Christmas tree, which has a star. And it's actually talking to me in a strange way. It's like, I think you're one of the signs, like all the water signs, we're wishing really hard, maybe for peace in the world, maybe for things to get better, but also for yourself, for your family, for your loved ones. And, with Saturn being in your ninth, it can actually bring you there could be more of an open awareness of your thoughts and feelings, of what you need to change about yourself, what you need to relinquish, but also what you'll want for next year. Okay. Some of you may be starting to do your New Year's resolutions now. But also this is a releasing moon, so you might be releasing. Some of you could, like I said, give birth to a project. It could be giving birth to a child. It could be, forgiveness, inviting, spending time with family members. You could be moving home, But I feel that your mindset is going to be you might even surprise yourself, Cancer. Might be a bit more open, might be a bit more forgiving, even if for a little bit. You might be wanting change in your life. Could be changing your career, changing your physical self. change in your body. It could be change in your relationships as well, you know. So there's lots of changes that are happening, especially with the Jupiter in your 11th activated. You know, there's like possibilities are endless, Cancer. A lot of possibilities are endless. Like your goals and hopes and dreams are there. And I'm actually looking forward to the new year for you, Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. So, yeah, perfect time to be doing this. The card that you have is Become More Objective. This is number 4 card. And in the tarot, this is the Emperor, which is very much about, you know, control, stability, hard work, entrepreneurship, the boss, not taking any crap from anyone. So again, we can see some of that. When it become more objective, like, you know, you're gonna be. I feel a lot of you are gonna be very strategic in your plans. Not maybe not just for yourself, but for your future. And the next time we're gonna be visiting like a moon, a new moon in your sign will be next year, like June or July. So whatever you're releasing now, whatever you're willing to let go of now, you know, next year we're gonna be seeing like a different side that's gonna be happening for you, Cancers. So, you know, not wish hard, plan, because like Tauruses, I feel that whatever you are planning or wishing for could also definitely come true. I feel for all the signs, it can come true, but for some, it'll just be more, it might be easier for some more than others. Okay. Hello, Leos. How are you? So, welcome to your full moon in Cancer. And this is in your 12th house. Okay. And this is again, like most of the fire signs, it's time to wind down. This is not a time to be you know, going too crazy, although some of you may want to. Nothing wrong with partying and that, but we might see a bit of a quieter Leo. You got 8th house, Saturn in your 8th. You've also got Jupiter in your 10th. Again, a lot of you may actually want to be alone during this Christmas. Not like just be in a room with no one there, just like being alone with your thoughts. Okay, because entering the new year, and you know, I feel the messages, because there's lots of messages that are coming through. I feel messages for you, Leos, is more, what do I want for next year? What do I seek? How can my life change? How can my status change? What am I happy with? What am I not happy with? You know, some of you Leos may also be more introspective, more wanting to just relax more, chill more, having more naps, not wanting to, just want to be around like just small group of people. Some of you could be discussing your goals and dreams with these people, or you know, some of you could, yeah, because the 12th house is very hidden, so you could be meeting up with people that can advance you in some way. There could be definitely changes of career. Jupiter in your 10th can actually, you know, it squares you. It can actually expand your career. It could actually bring you lots of opportunities. It's not going to be without its drama, but it could still bring opportunities for you, Leo. And Saturn in your 8th, it brings like this psychic ability, psychic quality, like, you know, your when it comes to like your resources, shared resources, any debts and loans you have. You may be finding different ways to pay it off, or some of you could actually come into money, you know, but some of you may have this realization that, you know, you may have thought you had enough and you actually don't. So there has to be looking at your status, your social standing, what you can change. So it's going to make a lot of you not just be not down and depressed, but just like just thinking a bit more, you know, just thinking, this is what I need to do. This is what I need to change. Okay. Also, psychic wise, it's going to be very heightened. The card you got is Step into the Unknown. So there could be, when it says step into the unknown, I feel that there could be something something quite shocking could come. But I feel it might be more of like a realization. It could be you when you're alone or chilling, that it just happens like, oh, I didn't know this, I could do this, I could do that. I feel that when it's a step into the unknown, Leos, look at your own skill set. Look at what you can bring to the table. Look at sometimes when we depend on someone too much, they don't bring the goods, but we have to see what we ourselves can do, what we can bring to the table ourselves. Like instead of just waiting for that phone call, why don't we just, I don't know, do like astrology or tarot, or keeping busy but in a very productive way. Okay. So yeah, we're stepping into the unknown, something you've never done before under this full moon. Okay. Hello, my Virgos. How are you? So this new moon in Cancer, you're going to benefit from. This is in your 11th house. Lovely house. You've got activations with Saturn in your 7th. Saturn rules your 5th as well. But also Jupiter in your 9th. This is lovely for you. Yes, you've got the opposite. Yes, the Saturn in your 7th can bring a bit, but the fact that it rules your 5th as well, it can highlight it even better. So for you, Virgo, especially if you're like early degrees, so if you're like August, Virgo, you're going to be feeling this. I forgot about the earth signs, but yeah, you're definitely going to be feeling this. So for you, yeah, a lot of you could actually be meeting friends from the past, meeting up with friends, hanging out with friends, talking about goals, dreams. You know, a lot of these people can really enlighten you. They could open your mind to like new projects, new skills, and new languages, new courses as well. You Virgos may not have even thought about this, but you might be thinking, they just say, oh, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. There could be also people that you've never even imagined would be in like your group of friendships, and they just open your eyes and you're just like, wow, I can actually do that too, you know, which actually does help with income. Okay. Some of you may actually decide that you want to learn, you know, it could be in a group, it could be definitely with your partner as well. It could be your relationship could be more stable. It could be more fun, more playful. Your creativity is on a high. You know, some of you may feel that a lot of these things are too good to be true. It may feel like that, but I feel that when I spoke about the cards in the beginning, Virgos, it spoke about raising your vibrations, and I feel that you are going to be surrounding yourself with people that have very high vibrations, and then they're going to be on something. They're not going to just be talking about it, they'll be on it, and this will inspire you too. So yeah, really go for it, Virgo, especially if your relationship's going to be on point. Saturn being in your 7th is not easy, because it can bring a lot of delusion. It can make some of you feel quite stuck, like there's no communication. But with it ruling your 5th house, it can bring a bit of fun. It can bring, again, stability, but it could also bring an element of creativeness, playfulness as well. So the card you got is Awaken Your Vulnerability. Number 3 card in the tarot. This is the High Priestess. And what she is saying is that when it says Awaken Your Vulnerability, is that it's time to just, you know, try and be open. You're mutable earth, but try and be open to because some people may come into your life. It could be friends as well, or new people. They might come into your life and they might open up your vulnerability. They might open up a side to you that you've kept hidden. So you may be opening yourself and speaking to, whether it's your friend or people, about how you're feeling about your relationship, how you're feeling about, you know, your groups, friendships. You know, I feel a lot of this is very much to do with like interpersonal, but also you're going to be very enlightened about, you know, your beliefs on relationships and your friendships and your goals as well. So it's actually a really, really nice one for you, Virgo. Hey Libra, how are you? So Libra, this full moon in Cancer is in your 10th house of career status. Bosses, father figures as well. And, whenever we have like a full moon in our status sector, there is going to be a loss of themes and things. And also there could be some new beginnings. You also have Saturn you also have the trine to Saturn in your 6th, and the Jupiter sextile to Jupiter in your 8th. So you got like water and earth. No, you got earth trine going on. So this energy hopefully will stabilize your life now. It's the end, last new moon, full moon of the year. So your career has been highlighted, your work life, your employment, you can say employment history, your health and wellness. But also, water as well. You got the 8th house that is also happening. I see for you Librans that, of course, a lot of you may be definitely planning new things for your career for like 2024. But you could actually find out that your role has changed, your status has changed. Might be working with new people or wishing to work with new people, and also just getting yourself a bit more organized, making sure there's things that are on point, and also looking after yourself, looking after your health and your wellness. If your status does change, whether you're promoted, demoted, anything like that, your mental health and your health is going to be playing big time. So the more you take care of yourself, the more you can do. And I feel that you will be busy. This will definitely also change your general, your shared finances with your partner as well, because you're a relationship sign. If you are seeking more under this full moon, you may get it because you're looking at your finances and may not be on point. So it's great to be, nothing wrong with being ambitious, Libra. You just know your worth. Under this full moon, a lot of you will definitely know your worth. So the card you have is, where does it say? It says, ennoble your soul, number 10 card. And in the tarot, the number 10 is the Wheel of Fortune. So there's many changes that will come. A lot of this will or will not be in your control. But I will say that with Saturn in your 6th house, trying in your 6th house, it will just probably give you a bit more focus. You'll be a bit more focused, more dedicated to change, but also to, getting work done. Eliminating what you don't need, and it could also be eliminating things to do with like your physical self as well. Any fears or worries that you may have, this I feel will be eliminated too. You'll be working with it, and I wouldn't be surprised if I see a lot of you Librans getting to be like the boss or a supervisor. It's like something ends and something better begins. Even though this does square you, especially if you're September Libra, you still can there still can be some greatness that can come with this full moon. Hello Scorpio, how are you? So if you're October Scorpio, like early degrees October, you're going to feel this because this is in your 9th house. And you have the trine to Saturn in your 5th house, and you got the trine to the sextile to Jupiter in your 7th. So this is really nice. Obviously, you got the opposite. Obviously, Jupiter opposes you, but it still is really nice for a lot of you to. 9th house is about higher learning. So some of you may pass a course, become a mentor, decide that, once and for all, I'm going to travel. I'm going to learn a new language. I'm going to read those books after the Christmas period. I'm not taking any, yeah, I just feel that some of you will be like maybe taking that time out to, spending a bit more time with your partner, communicating, talking more, but also having some fun. Nothing wrong with having fun with your partner under this full moon. But I feel a lot of you can learn things together. I feel that under this full moon in Cancer, the communication may be a bit more deeper, and you may learn a lot about each other as well. So if you're one of those Scorpions that is a bit funny when it comes to commitment under this full moon, it could be a shared, I won't say shared resources, that's what you're under, but it could be like a shared understanding of, why there's an unwillingness to commit, or even your partner, or if it's unwillingness to have fun. There can be this understanding and just like a good talk. And, some of you may come out of that conversation feeling very different, feeling very like, I didn't know that about my partner, or, my partner actually sees me, And even when it comes to like fun and creativity, something to do with children, some of you may, if you're like strained in any way with your children, or even with your creativity, because Saturn in the fifth, it can make it a bit more, it can make things very stilted. There can be some coming together, okay? So it actually feels, it does actually feel quite nice for some of you Scorpios, for some of you, or even all of you Scorpios under this full moon. It can be definitely an emotional time. Definitely, there could be some emotional conversations coming up. It could be about the past. It could be about the future. It could be about your wants and needs, your partner's wants and needs. Many of these things. But the main thing is you're going to be learning. The card you have is Break Addiction, number 5 card. In the tarot, this is the Hierophant. So this Break Addiction Hierophant card, should we say, is, a lot of you, I feel, would definitely be going back to basics under this full moon. It's like what I said in the beginning. This is a time of higher learning about the self, but also learning about others, learning about your relationship. It could be about your relationship with your children, but also relationship with your having fun and your creativity. And when it says break addiction, you could be very addicted to one way of thinking. The ninth house is about higher learning and higher thinking. So, you may have thought one way about something, and after it's actually another way. So, and also there could be definitely like a turnaround. There could be this huge realization. It could feel like a loss, but it's more like a realization, Scorpio. So, but another thing, don't forget to have fun, because we are also entering the new moon. The new year. Okay. So don't forget to have fun. Okay. Hello, Sagittarius. How are you? So we have a full moon in Cancer in your 8th house, and you got the trine to Saturn in your 4th, and the Jupiter in Taurus sextile in your 6th. So you have water and earth. It can feel a little bit uncomfortable, Saggies, I'm not going to lie, because, we're all emotional in our own way, but you don't like to be drowned in emotion. You like to keep it moving, okay? And this new moon is calling you to probably be like emotionally still, like to feel, to pay off certain things, pay off shit like, your debts, your loans, something to do with like mortgage. It could be mortgage repayments. It could be, being around family, not always traveling. Remember, this is before your new moon, okay? So before your new moon comes, we have to do, this is after your new moon. So even though you're going to be doing your Sagittarian thing, now it's sort of like coming back down to earth. We're entering a new year. So what do you need to clean out emotionally? What do you need to cleanse? What do you need to pay off? What do we need to look at paying off? What do we need to, how do we need to get more organized with ourselves? Let's look at what we're putting in our bodies. Let's, let's look at how we are, like how much time we're spending time with family. Are we being honest with our family? Are we opening up more to our family? All these questions are coming out, Sagittarius, and some of you may be struggling to know where to start. Okay, where do I go from here? This new moon is highlighting that. This new moon will actually guide you, Sagittarius, into the right way. You just have to listen to yourself, listen to your emotions, listen to, stop trying to run away. I can see a lot of you running away. And with Jupiter in your 6th house is actually calling you to, just be a bit more organized for the new year. Looking after your health and wellness. Some of you may have made nice plans to, get healthier, be on point when it comes to like your work life, making sure that the work is, in an even keel. But then it's just like, oh, I actually need help. Don't be afraid to ask for help. We can't always do it alone, Saggies. The card that you got is stop breaking agreements. It's funny this card came out for you, Sagittarius, because when it says stop breaking agreements, it could mean many things. It could mean you saying that you're going to meet up with family during this full moon and you're not, and you don't bother, or even with friends, or you're going to sort this out. We're going to speak about this. We're going to pay this off after nothing actually happens. So I feel this new moon is like this emotional realization that you just have to really look at things properly. Slow down, take a breath, feel the heart, the mind, body, and soul connection, and just be as honest as you can. When it says stop breaking agreements, also stop breaking agreements with yourself. Stop promising something that you can't do, just to please people. Just try and be as honest as you can. That's what this card is meaning. Try and be as honest. And, yes, fears can definitely come up, but the worst fear is if we don't do the work. Okay? Hey, Capricorn, how are you? So, Capricorn, you're like the star of the show, along with Cancer, because the sun is in your house. And it's an opposition to you. This full moon is in your 7th house. So you're going to be feeling it, especially the early degrees Capricorn, people that are born in December, like near Christmas time. You're really going to be feeling this. Also, we have Venus and also Saturn in Pisces, because you're ruled by Saturn. It's like a 1st house and a 3rd house action. And also it's in your 5th house, okay, with the Jupiter sextile. So it's actually, yes, you have the opposition to your relationship, but still it's really nice because I can see some Capricorns actually communicating more in their relationships. It's like, you just have this vision of a couple, they put their children to bed, or there could be, or they could just be just a couple that's got no kids. But regardless, I can just see a couple that's just like near the fireplace, having either hot chocolate or a glass of wine, and they're just talking. And I keep talking about the past a lot because you in Cancer, to me, rules the past a lot. You guys either feel it or you live in it. You're a very conservative sign. So it's like you're talking about, what happened, how this year was for both of you, what you've accomplished, what you've achieved, what you like, what you didn't like, but also how your relationship has been. Has it grown? Has it changed? There might be some reluctance to this conversation, because you Capricorns, you like how things are, but your partner might be bringing this up. So there might be this thing that something may have to change, or we need to talk about this. Let's just try and get on the same page. If something is stagnated, let's try and keep things moving. And with Pisces ruling your 3rd house as well, especially with Saturn there, yes, it can restrict you what you want to say, but regardless, you will be. I think you will be saying it. With Jupiter ruling, um, yeah, Jupiter rules your 12th house, but also it's, with it in Taurus being in your 5th house, you Capricorns can really be surprising. You can surprise your partner. You can surprise like your partner if you're in a partnership with someone, whether it's professional or not. You could just bring out a bang of surprise. It could be something fun, like, okay, we're gonna go ice skating, or we're gonna go to this bar or club. We're gonna live it up. Which might not be, people think, oh my god, this is not you, like you Capricorn, but you're gonna be surprising people. You're also going to be surprising yourself. It's a new world, baby. It's a new time, and it's really and truly no time like the present for you. But also, it's really, I think this is really great to be getting together with, really concentrating on your relationships, and whether you're doing something creative or whether you're doing something fun. This is like the perfect time to be doing it. But there will be something that will be changing too. The card you have is show self-respect. And this might seem a bit ambiguous because you Capricorn might be, I do respect myself. And I'm and I'm sure you do. But when it says show respect, I think it's more that, I think that, like I said, if you feel that there's certain things just need to stay the same, that means how can you grow? Sorry. When it says show self-respect, it's like, how can I grow? How can I, in a way, change in order for something to be more balanced? So it's not like a disrespectful way. It's just more, if something needs to grow, that means, you're respecting yourself. You're respecting changes. So, yeah, but also you're learning. And sometimes Capricorns, in the grand scheme of things, this is what we all need. So yeah, there'll be a big learning curve for you. Hey Aquarius, how are you? So we have a full moon in Cancer, which is in your 6th house. And we have energies that's connected to your, in a way, your first, because you're traditionally ruled by Saturn, your 2nd, and your 4th house. So there's a sort of like a low energy type thing going on, not exactly, but in a way, this connection to like your health, wealth, routine, and your daily employment is going to be playing big time. A lot of you, because all the signs are going to be doing some releasing and blessing before the new year comes, and of course you're going to be one of them, but this is concerning with your work life. Is it helping you? Is it hindering you? Is it benefiting you in any way? There's something that's going to have to leave. Some things will stay. Some of you may be looking for a new job, maybe leaving your job or thinking of and looking for a new one during the Christmas period, because it might be affecting your health in some way, or even vice versa. I feel some of you may be getting like a new trainer, thinking, I'm going to get a bit more healthier, really take care of my intuition, but also my physical self. And, it's really great if you find something that's a bit more close to home. Someone in your family may know someone, even if especially if it's concerning like your work life. Someone may know someone. You may even want to like work more closer to home, closer to family. Jupiter is squaring you, but it's a sextile. So what this can bring is a little bit more blessings at home. I know that Jupiter's going to be going direct on the 30th. So it's still, even though it's retrograde, Might be a bit niggled, but I feel that things will start being a little bit more better. If you've been working too hard, maybe looking at that and thinking, you know what, I want to spend a bit more time with family as well. And and also this is about your money situation. I think obviously I think a lot of you are thinking about yourself, but you're also thinking about how you can make your life just a bit easier. Feel like a lot of you are wanting to be taking care of yourself a lot more now. December, sometimes it can bring on flus and colds, so obviously, keep your immune system healthy. This may be a time where a lot of you are overthinking as well. This is the time to be looking at what you're eating, because the second house. Also, I feel a lot of you will be looking at your finances and trying to keep on top of things. The card you got is you have support. So there's support that you have, Aquarius. You may not see it or even feel it, but it's actually there. It can come from your family, people that are close to you. It could also come from, your it can come from people that you never even envision. Don't be, it's really good to ask for support as well, Aquarius. Don't be shy too. Again, there's going to be like some family gatherings as well. But yeah, all in all, Aquarius, when it says you have support, when it says you have support is here. Support will always be there for you. Just don't be shy to. Don't think you can do everything by yourself. Even at work, there could be support there. So yeah, it's a busy full moon for you, Aquarius. Hello, my patient Pisces. How are you? So this full moon in Cancer is going to be in your 5th house. Okay, so if you're early degrees Pisces, i.e., if you're February born, you're going to feel this. Well, all Pisces will feel this. You have energies that is in your 1st house, because Saturn, the trine to Saturn, and the sextile to Jupiter in your 3rd. Saturn also rules your 11th. So your friendships are going to be playing big time. This is the last full moon of 2023, like I've said before to the other signs. And, with Saturn being there, Pisces, a lot of you could feel like, it's not, some of you may not be having a lot of fun this year, since Saturn's been there. Some of you may have felt a bit more grounded, but some of you may be lacking fun, lacking creativity. And this is the full moon to do it. It's the full moon to sort of like prep yourself, prepare yourself, be getting some creative stuff out there. Even if sometimes you don't feel like you want to, it's a great time to be even at least try, Pisces. Like, your mind is definitely on fire. Jupiter being in your, you're co-ruled by Jupiter. And with it being in Taurus, it's like, okay, whatever you put your mind to or set your mind to, you can do. I feel this is great for manifesting as well. Great for manifesting, Pisces. It's almost like whatever you write, whatever you think about, it could happen. It really is up to you. It really does depend on you. So, your dreams, hopes and wishes may all come true before the new year, or even you're putting all this in place for the new year. So when 2024 comes, it's like, okay, bam, I've got this in place. 5th house is also to do with children. So like I said in my previous post or my previous video, some of you Pisces may decide you want a family. Some of you may be having a family right now, or just thinking about, if you've got children, you may be thinking, okay, how can I, whether it's getting closer to them or having more fun with them, hanging out with them more, or even you yourself thinking, I feel quite old. I feel like stagnation. How can I have a bit more fun? How can I put more fun into my relationships as well? This also includes your friendships too. Some of you could be seeking new friends. So this is actually a really good time to be getting out there and, making friends with people, especially if it's online. Networking is also good, but also being very creative. Don't forget your creativity, Pisces, because it serves you very well. The card you have is transform anger. So some of you may be feeling angry, but some of you may be feeling like it could be like a desperation of stagnation, like, I can't do this, I can't do that. You have to transform it. It's like, I can do this, I can do that. Saturn being in your sign is making things slower. It's making a lot of you more introspective. It's making a lot of you feel more like you have to slow down. Yes, there is again stagnation that, whatever you want to, it's not like Jupiter being there like expands, it's like it restricts. So some of the restriction that some of you may be feeling, it could feel like making some of you angry, or some of you feeling quite down, a bit depressed, or just feeling stuck. But you have to transform it. It's like, how can I pour this energy? Jupiter being in my mind zone is like, okay, if I just take little steps into doing this creativity or doing this each day, it can happen. Anything to do with like blogging, writing, anything like even podcasting could help you, but just with Saturn being there, it's just about patience and it's just little steps. Okay. So that's it, guys. That is the Cancer full moon for all of the signs. I just want to thank each and every one of you for listening, liking, share, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing, and commenting on my work. Again, yeah, this is the time for just looking back, and this is the time that a lot of us will be putting up our wishes and hopes and resolutions, and there's a closing chapter ending. But I hope that when we all look back on this year, that it's not been all bad. There's been some craziness, but it's not been all bad. So once again, guys, thank you very much for listening, and I will speak to you all soon. But before I go, I would like to say I will be doing a video on the new year for all the signs, but it might be a bit of a longer one, because I'm going to be putting a lot more tarot in there. It's going to be it's like a new year of 2024 of what's going to be happening, what I feel could happen. Remember, this is like a general, so I'll be doing like tarot. I'll be pulling out cards for each of the signs, but I'll also be pulling out cards for like numerology wise for the new year, because next year we are in the number 7 year, which in the tarot is the Chariot. Next year we're going to be in the Strength year, which is a Leo card. So yeah, so listen out for that, guys, and I will speak to you all soon. Take care. Bye.